calculated.
What's going through my mind? Just don't know what's gonna happen. I'm very quiet when I think. So, like when I'm there, I'm thinking. I try not to think about like what's gonna happen. I don't think about like the end result or whatever. I just think of like what can I do to, pick up the fans.
You challenging me, old man? What I tell you? What the hell?
Got him now!
Oh, heck no. Come on! Don't you love this little Joey Mike Dynamite pump right in there? Very funny.
Up that corner. One. Come on. Two. Come on.
Hey.
Three. Hey. Still down up that corner. One. Two. Three. Come on, guys. Four.
I went. Very original, old man.
You're a winner, Joey Dynamite!
Joseph was born premature, so it was difficult for us. We weren't able to see him for the first couple of months. He stayed in the NICU, and we were able to see him through a window, and that was the closest we got to seeing him.
We were going day by day. By the time I was 3 months pregnant, I ended up going in the hospital.
Because we didn't know whether or not Joey was going to live or not. Because they kept giving us doubts. We were never given anything positive.
I didn't get to see Joseph for at least 2 weeks after he was born because he was in intensive care in the natal unit.
But he was born, he was 2 pounds and 6 ounces. He fit in the palm of your hand.
As he was there for the remaining 3 months that he had an incubator, me and my older brother Roland were not in the waiting room, but right outside the room of the nursery. And the only way we could see him was through a video camera, and because we weren't allowed in there. And my dad would bring out the video camera, and we'd be able to see my mom holding him, my dad holding him. We got sneak peeks here and there when we had the nice nurse, but it was interesting, man. Very, very nice to see him when we could.
To see Joseph, when I finally did get to see him, he was just very tiny, very transparent. You could see through him. One of his little veins, little tiny little feet and hands. I was so afraid to handle him, and the nurses were amazing there. They just told us, be patient. He's going to be a good boy. He's a strong boy. He's already given us a lot of heck.
You look at me now, and you probably wouldn't even know I was born premature. But, you know, people who know I was born premature probably wouldn't know, or probably wouldn't even think I'd be where I'm at now, doing the things that I do. You know, because I was born, you know, going into deep sleeps, and they would have to give me caffeine kicks. Therefore, I'd be going into those deep sleeps, and I wouldn't wake up. You know, I was in the incubator for about 2 months, and, you know, they kept me in there. Finally came home around Christmas time.
Come down.
You know what's awesome? That was only a month's build-up. That was only a month's build-up. They've watched me grow from when we first started up in 2012 to now. So I've been wrestling for about 5 years. And when I'm behind that curtain, I'm not gonna lie, I still get chills. You know, I get nervous, I get nerve-wracked. But, you know, it once I hit that curtain and I step out, or when I hear, you know, the intro of my song, where it says track record, it all just goes away, and it comes to me like second nature. You know, it's a different feel.
It's no wonder people, you know, cheer for him. It's no wonder he sells T-shirts. It's no wonder he sells photos. It's no wonder, you know, people want to see him. They ask for him. You know, he's had people ask to buy him. You know, little girls asking, you know, I want to buy him. I want to take him home with me. He's had a father, a grown man, offer to pay him to walk his son to school, just so that the son could be seen with Joey Dynamite.
That's an amazing feeling. I enjoy the fact and love the fact that I'm an inspiration towards these kids. And I get that a lot, like when we go out for intermissions and I'm taking pictures with the kids or hanging out with the kids and maybe the adults, you know. I have like the kids' parents come to me and, you know, shake my hand and tell me, you're such an inspiration for our kids, you know. And deep inside that, you know, that feels good and it makes me feel great.
He grew up watching us wrestle. He grew up watching wrestling on TV. I think my earliest memory of him doing anything wrestling related, he used to yell drop kick and jump off of the sofa and fall to the floor.
Pro wrestling, it's something I grew up around watching my brothers, my brother Orlando and my brother Cypress, which is Gabriel. Watching both of them growing up, I was born and raised on independent wrestling.
Alright, let's go!
Me and my brother had a match there, and when we were done during intermission, I'd see him with my mom, and he'd be like a Power Ranger or trying to mimic everything we were doing, just kicking, fighting, and you know, he's a little guy. He's about, you know, maybe 2 feet tall, you know, and he's kicking, he's fighting, he looks real scrawny. But you know, every time we went, we always watched it on TV. We knew eventually he was gonna get bit by the bug.
Corpus Christi, Texas. minutes gone, 10 minutes gone. Corpus Christi Champion! Woo!
You think I forgot how to do this? Huh?
Yeah, put those!
You won it! You got it! Nice one!
There comes a point where, you know, you work as hard as you can to get where you're at. And there's always going to be them bumps in the road. And once you hit that bump in the road, that, you know, finally, you can keep going and keep going and keep going and you hit those bumps. But then you hit a brick wall. So, there's nothing to do but then either find a way around it or go back and try again. And I feel that what's next for Joey Dynamite is, see, Joey Dynamite worked really hard as himself and worked very hard to get to where he's at, and he's not about to let that stop him. I can have a choice. Either I can go back and start all over again, or just get up, dust myself off, and keep going. And work just twice as hard to get back to where I was at. So, I feel like there will one day be another championship reign for Joey Dynamite. One day, Joey Dynamite will be at the top again.